Create, but know that you are creating. Create consciously. Even if you don't believe you are a creative person, know this. You are already living a life of constant, unlimited creativity. You are literally fabricating your version of reality in every moment. We overlook this because for most of us, it happens unconsciously. So we mistake our own fabrication for a world that someone else made. We assume that they have designed it with all of its rules that we must learn to follow to avoid punishment, and that they have placed us in it to live out their storyline in which we need to solve the mystery and find the hidden meaning, or win the big trophy, or just fend for ourselves, trying to survive a cruel game designed by the author only to torture us. But this view is backwards. You are an author, unaware that you are writing and believing your own fictions. This particular configuration of a world that you live in would not and cannot exist without you playing both roles, the writer and the protagonist. Wake up to the truth that everything you see, hear, feel, taste, and smell is only your creation, your play. You are both actor and director of this absurdist melodrama. Do you prefer comedy or tragedy? Do you savor rainy days or only feel alive when the sun is warming your skin? These preferences are your unique creations too. Sometimes on the spiritual path, we believe that we need to let go of all indulgences, like the arts, lest we become attached to the enjoyment of creation. But even if you are sitting silently, alone in a dark room, you are still creating. You can't help it. The mind will fill the void. We hallucinate our world into existence, both with our eyes closed and with our eyes open. And in a different way, your very appearance in that dark room is only your own contrivance. You have orchestrated it so that you would arrive in that particular solitary monastic reality, rather than being stuffed into a crowded subway in the middle of a city. There were both ideas of preference. I prefer quiet to noise, solitude to society, and purpose. I want to wake up, and an assumption that I will get some insight out of sitting alone in a cave that I won't get on my way to work. Because of preference and purpose, this particular version of reality, you sitting quietly by yourself, became manifest. We need not shy away from creative activity, because that too would be another creative contrivance. Whether we choose a course of action or inaction, they are both for an assumed purpose. We cannot be without creating. So instead, make it conscious. Extend the creativity out past the boundaries of page and canvas and let it seep into your interactions with others. How can you modify and recreate the familiar dynamics you seem forced to play out with different people? Can you check and challenge your judgments and assumptions, perhaps even redefining them in the moment? Your view of what they are doing is always pointing you to something important that needs to be seen about yourself. Can you step back, take on the role of author, and not making it personal or about you, edit and even rewrite the scene? Extend this creative control into the way that you fabricate your personality, with all of its preconceptions, habitual thoughts and actions, and criticisms of different aspects of this imaginary world that it will or will not accept. Just because you've always enjoyed something doesn't mean you still do. Just because you've always loathed something else doesn't mean that that will be true this time, right now. Give yourself the artistic liberty to not be defined by old roles you've played in the past. Who asks you to keep playing the same stale character? If someone specific pops to mind, pause and check in to see if you are predefining them. If so, can you first free them to be a new and different, alive and unpredictable being so that they can extend the same courtesy back to you? Extend your creativity to reformulate your perceptions of your limitations and possibilities. Those limiting ideas are not preordained or set in stone. When did you decide that you were no good at, or that you couldn't possibly excel at? Fill in the blanks. How many times have you set up these outer boundaries that kept you feeling safe and small, easily definable? You only know who you are because of your perceived limitations. Who first created those borders? Who made them feel real and unquestionable? Was it you? When? Do you still need them? Can you live a limitless life where you are absolutely free to redefine yourself with every lift of an eyelid? The fact is, those limitations were only a passing thought the first time you encountered them, and they are no longer relevant now. You have been waking up every morning and following a script that was written days, months, or years ago by a long dead version of who you believe you are. An old author actor who has since shed their skin and vanished into the ether. You've just never stopped to question whether you still need to abide by that same story arc that seemed interesting a decade ago to someone else, but has now grown stale and uninspired. Live what is relevant. Live what is alive. Live what is authentic. The past cannot be, because it is already gone and just another figment of the fertile imagination. Who do you want to be today? If there was just one unchanging you, then that would be a ridiculous question. But the you of this moment has never existed before. The you of tomorrow has not yet been determined. Now is your moment for self redefinition. And now, and now, burn the old script. You can do a rewrite or start a spin off that makes you the lead rather than your siblings or parents or toxic partner. Or cancel the series altogether. Keep it short. Each day becomes its own little film with its own challenges, supporting characters, and happy ending when your head finally touches the cool pillow of the evening. Don't commit to more than that. Perhaps, if you really want to indulge the creative muse to its fullest, you can keep it even shorter. Life is only ever about this one scene. This version of you lasts only that long. If we pay attention in this way, the memories of a day resemble a collection of flash fiction more than an epic novel series. Let each little vignette of a moment be the complete show. Live the authentic, momentary flash of this unique version of you to its fullest. And let that be enough, because it is fleeting and it is full. Don't squander it worrying about the next scene and the next after that. Create an opportunity now for this vibrant version of you to fully experience its moment in the sun. Blink, the curtains go up, and you are again reborn. But the most important thing is to enjoy the show. You are the only one who will ever get to experience this particular performance, and it will never be repeated the same way again. What a rare and wonderful opportunity every moment becomes. Thank you for spending a few of those rare and wonderful moments with me. Until next time, happy inquiring and creative living.